Hey y'all, this is old Jesse. Let's talk about a Big Bang fail, um, or rather, a concerning problem for the modern theory. Um, so here's the deal: science uses a phrase, um, uniformly isotropic. That means everywhere you look, it's the same, and it refers to redshift in that way. Everywhere in the universe you look, the farthest stars have the same pattern of redshift light. Okay, and that's of course used to create Big Bang Theory, because if you reverse that, then they get closer and closer and closer until you get a squeeze point, and then you know you calculate for a backwards explosion, and then reprocess that, and that's where the Big Bang term comes from. Okay, so the whole issue is like explosions don't work like that. We all know that. You know, you light a firecracker and the pieces go everywhere. So if the Earth and our solar system and our galaxy is nothing more or less than a little piece, then it should be moving away from the point of explosion, not setting dead center in it. And what that means is, like, when you compare that to uniformly isotropic, it means the red shift light is the same everywhere as in the most distant stars. That means that those things are all moving far away from us, and we're still where the Big Bang happened. And that's like, you know, physics doesn't work like that. Small scale physics doesn't work like that. Large scale physics also doesn't work like that. Okay? Because when you have a movement vector in the vacuum of space, even with gravitational pull, what you'll end up getting is end up getting spiral movement outward. Okay? It's circular, it'll move in a circular pattern because there's gravity, but it'll still be moving away consistently unless there's a collision. Okay, so it's not very often that you can explode something and then something will land direct center in the doggone uh, point of origin, unless you have gravity involved and it goes straight up and comes straight down. And that does happen, but that's the only case. So what I would suggest, if you want to continue to believe in the Big Bang, is blow some stuff up in space, man. Yeah. And no, I'm not saying blow up a spaceman. Don't do that. But take something up there and blow it up a couple times and see what happens to the point of origin, whether there's any debris left or not. Because that's the simplest test. The second thing is, like, I'm not sure so much about whether or not redshift can't be caused by distance. I think I saw an article on that, but it kind of like appeared and disappeared in the Google results really fast, and I wasn't able to track it down again. But that can be tested very simply, trying to use two as perfect as possible mirrors, one polarized, the other not, which is basically a laser chamber, and encasing it in steel or something and putting a true vacuum on it. That's not hard to test. So, and I'm sure that's been done thousands of times or whatever. And hey, I'm just an old dumb redneck. I haven't looked at that experiment to see what's been done or not, but I will read, data when I can find it. So here's the thing: is like the uniformness of redshift is a big problem. Okay, it's a very, very big problem because the entire Big Bang theory is based on uniform redshift. Okay, the second problem is they haven't just found uniformly isotropic redshift. They found it in radio waves, they found it in gamma rays, they found it in almost every single spectrum imaginable that we can measure. Okay, so what that means is, like, everything is the same everywhere. Okay, and And that's a really big problem because explosions are not uniform. So consider that, like you don't need to use a complicated thinking process to understand there's something wrong. Okay? You can do the dumb thing and go outside and blow something up a couple times and watch it. It's a, I mean, it's called a Big Bang for a reason. Go test it. You know, you'll see what I'm talking about. Um, and so, like, that's a big enough issue that there have been a number of scientists lately that have stopped promoting the Big Bang because of it. All right. So take a look into that, think about it, and actually, instead of just telling me I'm stupid, go and like look at the data. Read the articles on these research papers, and you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay, because so far, like you know, all I've gotten is complaints. Oh, this guy, he doesn't know anything, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that's fine, guys, but you're not actually. Nobody has linked me any data at all, not even a research paper to read. Okay, so when you do that, then we can talk. But don't be rude until you've linked the data that proves your point. Okay, thank you. Have a good one.